In the Riviera Trois neighborhood of Abidjan, where her company is located, Aminata Koulibaly is busy taking part in meetings with members of the network of women processors of Côte d'Ivoire and monitoring the production of the day. This woman that all her peers affectionately call Mama Koulibaly is a leading figure in the processing of local produce in the Ivory Coast, as evidenced by her numerous awards. In this rich farming country, this lady is considered a pioneer in the processing of local produce. In her processing plant, workers are busy packaging the latest production that will be put on the shelves in supermarkets and mini-markets of the Ivorian capital city. This is indeed a major leap forward because nearly 30 years ago, she started this business with a startup capital of only 5,000 CFA.
C'est maman même qui a donné 5 000 francs à sa servante qui allait au marché et 2 jours.
It all started when my mother gave 5,000 francs CFA to her maid to go and buy some stuffs. It's unbelievable, but 2 days later, they brought me here at GLP with some pellets of millet, dege and fonio, which I thought belonged to my sister. So I called and told her that her stuff was here, but not dry enough. I said, "What can I do with this?" She then suggested I use the oven of my cooker to try and dry it. So I split it in 3 parts. The first part I put in the oven totally burnt. The second share was much better, and the last part was perfect. This is how everything started.
Ainsi que c'est parti, le projet que vous voyez aujourd'hui.
GLP, which stands for Grain Liquide Pré-Cuit, which means pre-cooked liquid seeds, operates from the premises of the former family home. The company can now generate a daily turnover of 5 million CFA just from the sales on its order book. For 3 years now, the activities of her factory have gathered more traction. With the assistance of the PADEC ETA project, the project for the development of competitiveness in agricultural food processing companies, GLP has bought new sets of equipment which makes it possible to significantly improve the quantity and quality of its production.
Le PADEC a pris les emballages.
PADEC improved the packaging, refurbished the equipment. Actually, I felt blessed because that's exactly what I needed, and PADEC provided me with solutions.
This company is not the only one to benefit from PADEC's support. In Ouagadougou, Dr. Beogo is equally proud to show his equipment purchased with the support of the same project. This former banker quitted his job 10 years ago to create this local cereal processing unit in Ouagadougou. He earned the moniker of Crazy Man after he left his well-paid job at the bank to start carrying bags of grain with his motorbike. Today, Dr. Beogo employs 100 people. On the site, women are busy cleaning and sorting the seeds to make them ready for processing. While some women take care of the fanning, others are busy roasting parts of the cereals.
Thinking outside the box will earn you the moniker of Crazy Man. Even my colleagues at the bank could not understand me. They would say, "What is wrong with you? With all your degrees and experience, you could certainly do something better than being a street corner flour mill operator." I replied that they don't understand me because I actually have plans in mind. Today, when the same colleagues saw my flourishing business, they came to me and said they want to work with me. The first order that I got was 80 million, and I did not even have this equipment. When I calculated the profit, I realized it amounted to 32 months of my salary as a bank employee. I couldn't believe that I had earned that money in only 2 months.
Usually in August, local food processing units work part-time. But Dr. Beogo's unit worked 24 hours a day with an 8-hour shift for 3 teams. Actually, the team is striving to meet an order of 85 million francs CFA for infant flour from the European Union and some NGOs involved in the fight against malnutrition in Burkina Faso.
nous étions à 6 sacs par semaine.
We used to produce 6 bags per week, and we upgraded to 12 bags per week before we got the equipment from Caraf. But today, for infant food flour only, we're producing about 3 tons per day. So, this is how we started supplying the EU to feed children in disastrous conditions in the northern part of the country, because EU-funded NGOs requested us to produce in order to supply those children in the north of the country. Today, 380,000 children are fed with meals cooked with our flour.
After 3 years of implementation, the PADEC project has generated concrete results in the 3 countries. Here at Carrefour, this major French supermarket brand based in Marcory neighborhood of Abidjan, GLP's Ivorian local food products are visible on the shelves. In another food retail store in Ouagadougou called Le Bon Samaritain, we can find products manufactured by Cetrapa, Dr. Beogo's company. Other food products such as bottles of Dege made of soya milk are distributed by one of the units supported by the PADEC project.
We process soya beans to produce soy milk. Then I ferment it and add millet flour to make the Dege that I sell in the local market.
In Mali, Burkina Faso and Côte d'Ivoire, 3 countries covered by the project, PADEC has enabled the renovation and improvement of the environment of 3 local grain processing enterprises. The project has also provided equipment for 12 companies including cereal mills like these, solar dryers, sifters, flour mixers, weighing machines and seed grills. The acquisition of these equipment has completely boosted production and opened new development prospects for these processing units.
As part of the PADEC project, we got the flour mill that you can see there. That was the fulfillment of a long dream because we used to bring in street corner flour mill. And that was a challenge because there was poor hygiene. In addition, sometimes we would collect our flour, which contained maize flour, while we're supposed to produce only millet flour. There has been significant improvement in our production, and I'm very grateful to PADEC for that because this has been a major boost for us. Now, when I buy the cereals, I process everything from home. It is time-saving, more profitable, and it yields better quality products.
One of the major problems facing small processing businesses is undoubtedly related to packaging, in addition to the paucity of equipment. As a result, this prevents locally processed food products from reaching the majority of their potential customers. In Benjarville, near Abidjan, Kwasi Aya has long been hindered by the packaging problem. This doctoral student in philosophy is now very happy to see that the PADEC project has definitely addressed the problem.
Le projet PADEC a apporté beaucoup, notamment les différents emballages.
PADEC project has been very helpful, especially with the provision of packaging. In the past, when we packaged directly in plastic bags, supermarkets and mini-markets would turn down our supplies because the products were not attractive to customers. PADEC has provided us with new packaging, and we hope that this will enable us to break through the different market niches.
The solutions provided to the lack of equipment and packaging have opened new distribution markets for local food processing companies. Overall, no fewer than 10 supermarkets, 10 mini-markets and at least 2 pharmacies are regularly supplied with products from the local food processing units in the 3 countries covered by the project. More importantly, partnerships have been established with local grain producers to ensure supply of raw materials. In its marketing strategy, the project coordinator has partnered with Unicom to facilitate the marketing of products from the processing units.
Déjà, nous avons la visibilité de ces produits sur le portail e-business.
Firstly, the products are now visible on the e-business platform. Customers can contact us directly via our online platform. In addition, our sales agents promote the product nationwide in Burkina Faso. We sell in Ouagadougou, the capital city, and in other provincial cities.
Des autres provinces où nous distribuons également.
The impact on the development of these units is such that the project can hardly fulfill the demand in equipment due to the lack of sufficient funds. Many business leaders who have not yet benefited from the project all dream of getting equipment to fast-track their processing activities.
Ma requête, c'est les machines.
I'm really in need of machinery and packaging. I would like our partners to lay the emphasis on machinery, packaging and training.
Les machines, l'emballage et la formation.
Et avec ce projet, je pense que
I believe that this project will definitely enable those of us involved in shea butter processing to be well known out there in the market. And we hope that the project will interconnect us with potential partners because we are facing many challenges in the sector of processing. Actually, we are still involved in artisanal processing because we do not have crushers and threshers. And so we hope that the PADEC project will help us upgrade towards semi-industrialization in order to alleviate the women's plight.
One of the most important components of the PADEC project is the emphasis placed on training and experience sharing among beneficiaries. As part of the innovation platforms, members of the network interact regularly. Project beneficiaries attended training workshops where they were given the opportunity to discuss the challenges facing the sector of food processing. Countries such as China invited Ivorian women and members of the network of women local processors to a study trip.
We traveled to China, and when we came back, I launched my business in tea production because we can do the same thing here. Besides, I saw that it is a very profitable business.
The local food processing businesses supported by the project have embarked on a new development trend. Not only did the equipment supplied by PADEC project allow them to increase their production, but it also helped to improve the quality of production. This progress has resulted in an increase in orders that the companies can hardly often meet. The growth prospects are real.
Thanks to the network, my products reached the European market for the very first time during the agricultural trade fair. And my daughter called me to come and watch it.
Je me suis dit que, enfin. Je peux dire que j'avoisine les 2 millions.
My turnover is around 2 million. When I take a look back and realize that I started with only 100,000 CFA, and when I see that we can produce more than 2,000 kilos, this represents a significant progress. I earn a good living and I'm happy. Actually, I'm a French teacher, and today I introduce myself as a processor of local cereals, and I'm very proud.
Maintenant, je me présente comme transformatrice de céréales locales et j'en suis fière.
C'est avec fierté que je dis que le CORAP a vu juste.
I'm very proud to state that CORAP did the right thing by helping us develop our processing business, because they helped us achieve a lot from the very little we had at the beginning.
PADEC is a project funded by the MDTF, a financing mechanism which includes donors such as the Canadian Cooperation and the European Union. After 5 years of implementation, the MDTF funded a total of 17 projects in West and Central Africa, all managed by CORAF WECART, which is the West and Central African Council for Agricultural Research and Development based in Dakar.